This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Mr. Darcy's Passion at Pemberley by Maria Dashwood. Chapter 1. The warming rays of spring sunshine shone over the Derbyshire hills as Elizabeth Bennet alighted the carriage, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. A light breeze carried the sweet scent of honeysuckle, the distant strains of sprightly fiddle music, and the excited chatter of villagers gathered on the green. Elizabeth turned to her aunt and uncle with a playful smile. This event is a feast for the senses. The guests have certainly dressed to impress, though I confess the array of delicacies holds equal temptation. Her eyes sparkled as she surveyed the lively scene, breathing in the mingled scents of warm bread and honeyed confections carried on the soft breeze. A nostalgic smile played across her aunt's face. Ah, to be back in Derbyshire once more. Mrs. Gardiner squeezed Elizabeth's hand, eyes sparkling with shared excitement. Her uncle's chest puffed with pride. I dare say our favourite niece has never looked lovelier than amidst such bucolic splendour. You declare each of us your favourite when you catch us alone, Elizabeth admonished with a grin. Jane told me as much and felt quite guilty in the admission. Mrs. Gardiner shook her head, an indulgent smile playing about her lips. Dear Jane, of course she would feel guilty about such trivialities. But each of you girls are my favourite in your own special way. Jane for her tender heart, Mary for her steadfast faith, Kitty for merry disposition, Lydia for her irrepressible spirit, and you, Lizzie, for your keen wit and lively mind. Mr. Gardiner chuckled, a deep rumbling sound. My dear, if all our nieces are your favourite, it rather defeats the point of having a favourite, does it not? He turned to Elizabeth with a roguish wink, taking her hand and patting it fondly. But you, Lizzie Bennet, with your sparkling eyes and ready laugh, your clever tongue and indomitable will, you are truly our favourite, and I dare anyone to tell me otherwise. Elizabeth ducked her head, cheeks flushing. Before she could demur, a plump, rosy-cheeked woman swept towards them, arms flung wide. Why, is it the esteemed Mr. and Mrs. Gardiner? The woman embraced them both with a familiarity that bespoke a long acquaintance. Twinkling eyes found Elizabeth. And this bright young miss can only be the famous Lizzie I've heard such tales about. Her aunt laughed. Ever the flatterer, Mrs. Reynolds. Lizzie, I've spoken of Mrs. Reynolds. She is a dear friend, and the housekeeper at Pemberley. Pleasure to meet you. Elizabeth dropped into a curtsy. Pemberley, was that not the grand estate the Gardiners had suggested they tour before leaving Derbyshire? Mrs. Gardiner continued, though I'll allow the compliments for introducing us to your charming young charge. The housekeeper's smile tightened. Of course, of course. Mrs. Reynolds beckoned towards a slender girl with fair tresses and delicate features who drifted closer, accompanied by a dashing gentleman in impeccable attire. Immediately, Elizabeth sensed a certain tension in the set of Mrs. Reynolds' shoulders, a subtle rebuke at the man's presence that spoke volumes. May I present Miss Georgiana Darcy, daughter of our late, beloved Mr. Darcy? The girl ducked her head shyly, though her eyes sparkled with warmth. And this is Mr. George Wickham, who also had the privilege of being raised under the elder Mr. Darcy's generous tutelage. The man executed an elegant bow, gaze lingering overlong on Elizabeth. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. As their party exchanged niceties, Elizabeth studied the pair more closely. Georgiana's open, youthful countenance glowed with unaffected innocence. Yet something...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.